Okay, so we are now live. So let's just wait a couple of seconds and right. Okay, hello everyone and welcome to. Oh no,
What?
it's gone all red bars. Oh no, it's picking
Was
up.
it?
No, it's picking up. That was scary. Okay, that was. Oh no, it's going red bars again. I'm gonna have to get someone else to host. This is really bad.
Just try it. What I would do.
It's everybody's on red bars.
Just try it. I've seen AOR run with everyone on one bar before, and they've been fine.
Unless it stays green. And that was just
It's
to
picking up.
scare
It's
me.
just picked up.
Yeah, if that was just to scare me, then Codemasters, you did a great job with that. Here we are for a realistic car performance race.
Yeah, you're fluctuating between 4 and 5
And
at the
now
minute.
it's all green. What was that all about? Why did it give me the red sea of death with all those... Oh dear, right, anyway, we're here. Hello everyone,
Matey
co-commentator.
boy should change to Haas VP. Saying that.
Yeah, I know, matey boy...
Timed in a Mercedes. When
No,
did that change? When did he?
no.
Why is time in a
I'm...
Mercedes too quick?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to get someone else to host because I'm not risking this. Oh wait, it's back to normal. No, it isn't. It's going down.
Geronimo. Yep, 2 bar, 1 bar. Yeah.
Forget it. Forget this lobby. This is such a shame. I mean, before this, literally before I started streaming, everything was fine, and then this
It's just gone back up.
stupid thing. Yeah, and that's gonna cause a crash. That is that fluctuation.
Might be similar to Mexico.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Time needs to swap cars. So is anybody up for hosting then?
Yeah, Geronimo's just
Geronimo's
came
just
in.
sent me an invite.
Yeah, right. Everybody join. It's Geronimo.
Invite you.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll invite everyone back in.
Oh, and I've got to restart my game because the bloody lobby's not loading. Fantastic.
Right, let me just make sure his connection should be good because he said he's on land, so that's good news.
No.
Right, let me invite everyone back in now.
Ooh, ILR GT's live. Ooh. Where's Mr. Costa starting? He's 6th. JWF1's racing in this.
Matey boy. Oh, is he? Oh. Pelly. Yeah. Radiant Wizard.
Oh, good start by Mr. Costa.
Yeah, it's 5 bars. This is good. I do apologise about that, everyone. That was very bizarre.
Jack Gooden, I think, is commentating. Oh, somebody's crashed.
Rocco, SFC, STV Cot, Storm, Technique Gaming.
Mr. Costa's up to 2nd. Go on, son.
VP, YBR.
Right, I'm in.
Alright, there we
Finally,
go. That's what I like to see. Okay, so now we're gonna have to make sure everyone's in
Doesn't
their
mean
cars.
he's fluctuating between 4 and 5.
It's good enough for me. If it's...
Jeffrey's on. Cars is a little brookie.
Is that just my connection, or is that everyone seeing what I'm seeing? Everyone's on the red bar, except for me. That can't be the case.
No. Mine's on a 5 bar, I think. Yeah, I'm on a 5 bar apparently.
So is it just me on a red bar? Is that why it's showing?
Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. We're delaying it already, so.
I'm just getting quite worried. That's all.
Everyone
Right,
in?
Matey Boy's in his
Everyone's
right.
in.
Okay, Matey Boy's in the Williams. That makes sense. Technique SFC. Yes, yes, yes.
Yep, you're on a 4 bar on mine. Oh no, you've just gone up to 5.
Oh, this is weird. Anyway, we'll just have to see if this goes to plan. With Geronimo hosting, it should only mean that I might see people fly about a bit, but it won't actually affect the racing at all if Geronimo's hosting.
He's still
Little
second.
Little Brookie can go either Mercedes or Ferrari.
Oh, Wyatt's in this as well. Hmm,
So
not
I'll
bad.
send him a message.
Yeah, you're
That's very
rock hard and
strange.
ready wizards for me on a 1 bar. The rest are all on 5, apart from SDB Core, who's on a 2 bar, Technic Gaming, who's on a 3, and VP and Matey Boy, and Storm on a 4. And Kip. And Little Brookie now going down to 2 bar.
Everyone's on a 5 bar for me except for Brockhard. Okay, right, we can't keep an eye on this all day. We just gotta make sure when Little Brookie gets into
Let's just push on. Let's go with the track.
yeah, track
Uh,
selection. Yeah, of course, because we can't do Australia again, of course. Right, the track. So we've done Australia, so Bahrain, China, Azerbaijan, we've done Spain, Monaco, could be Monaco, Canada, could be Austria, could be Britain, we've done Hungary, could be Belgium, could be Italy, can't be Singapore, could be
it's only 7:05. I
Malaysia,
feel like I've been here ages.
could be Japan, could be Russia, could be USA, could be Abu Dhabi. Because we've done Mexico and
Ooh.
Brazil. So, the track. So we've done 6 races, so there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Geronimo's in a Red Bull, apparently.
Right, he needs to move. Haas in the
Yes,
Ferrari,
he does. He
that's
needs to
good.
move somewhere. He needs to
Uh,
swap, ideally, with. Who is it to swap with? Um, Kip's in a Ferrari. That can't work.
Kip. Well, hang on. Let me just sort out the track first. The track today, by the way, everybody, will be. It's Baku.
Oh, VP will like that.
It's Baku. So Geronimo, if you can hear us, I'm going to message in the chat.
Or Mercedes, which is the only free seat available. Tynan and Sauber. He's not quick enough for Sauber. Nowhere.
So Geronimo. Right. What happened there?
Shouldn't all
'Cause
of this be sorted pre-race? Yeah, that's what I would have said. But yeah, most people don't know what car they're in. Well, they do know what car they're in. They're just changing.
yeah, they're changing, so that's what
Not
should
our
tell us.
fault. Not our fault. It's the driver's fault. I'm sorry. Driver's to blame.
Right, Geronimo. He is usually in like a Force India or Williams, and Rebel's that one step higher. Now that could be a step too high for him,
But
but if
Mercedes
yeah,
is the only seat available.
right,
That's what getting at.
I'm gonna message Little Brookie to go Mercedes, and then Geronimo can go Red Bull.
Geronimo will be a little bit too quick for the Red Bull.
I
That's the
think so
thing.
too, but just
Right now, there we go.
looking at the list here,
If Geronimo
So
goes Red Bull, we can really start, to be honest.
yeah,
I'm
because
happy enough.
I can't see anyone else.
Tyne needs to swap, I think.
Time he was leading the race in Hungary last week in the
Yeah,
Haas.
who can he
So
swap with? That's the thing.
YBR Matey Boy. Do you think actually Matey
Right.
Boy could go
Where's
Red
Matey
Bull?
Boy? Matey Boy Red Bull, yes. That's a
Right,
good choice.
let's do that then.
And then Geronimo Williams, yeah, that'll work.
There we count. I'm starving, but I am doing
Both tech
this.
messages I'm trying to help. Well, you're not, really. But okay.
So,
Yeah.
right. Matey Boy, Red Bull, Istronimo, Williams, Azerbaijan. Let's have a look. Realistic. Formation lap on, safety car off. You're on. Yes, yes. Geronimo, thank you so much for doing this. He's got the settings exactly perfect. 41 medium. Yes, 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 yes. We can start.
At last.
At last, yeah. I do apologise, but this will be the final time really we're going to have an issue with this because obviously next season everyone will be in a car that they'll choose before the season
Change the host.
starts.
You're gonna have major race lag. No, we're not. Geronimo's not streaming or anything. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. My God, he's demanding himself. Why don't you come and take my job? Might be much easier. Goodness me.
Yeah. Now it's just showing Little Brookie with a red bar, but everyone else is
Yeah,
okay
you're on a
except for
5 bar. It's
Brookie.
been like that for the last 5 minutes or so, so it should be fine.
Okay, I'm going to have my dinner finally. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Just to know also before I quickly go,
And
there'll
yeah,
be.
Geronimo's on the line anyways, so it should be fine.
Yeah, should be fine. There will be announcements after this Grand Prix, especially about what is going to happen tomorrow, because there's something special going to happen. So,
Well, I could
stay tuned
mention
for that.
about the driver changes, some of the driver changes that are here.
And that too. So with that, it's off
Bloody hell.
to my dinner plate.
Bloody bed. Oh, I do apologise. Hello everyone, and welcome to Baku. It is, once again, Azerbaijan, and left up to me once again to take ball voice commentary for now. Solo commentary, like in GT Sport TFO on thingy. Have a good commentary, guys. I'll be back later. Thank you very much. Thanks to James and Bullboy for all the hard work in 2017. Thank you very much. I'm going to be keeping 2 eyes on the action, to be honest. 1 eye on the action and 1 eye on a stream elsewhere, because I need to mention to my admin team that we're getting somebody new in TFL. But we are live here in Baku. It is one of VP's favourite tracks. I'm going to predict him for pole. I'm going to go... Oh, I don't know. Well, it's going to be interesting, to be honest, because obviously it's realistic cars. The guys in the Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull especially are going to be at an advantage compared to the rest of the field. So, on that basis, I'm going to go VP for the pole position, because I just think he'll be too quick in the Sauber. The second, it's not a new admin, it's a new driver, and I shall tell you about, but there is a Mercedes coming out the track in the meantime. He's going to be the first out on track, and that will be either Stephen or SAF's. SFC's came up behind. It's Little Brookie that is first out on track tonight. Little Brookie first out on track, quickly followed by SAFC. We're going to get a bit of action now out on track. Azerbaijan. Oh, and SFC outbreaking himself. Goodness me, at turn 2. Not the greatest start for SFC. Similar to what Danny Reese did in TFL, if I remember, around here in Beeley. Yes, my notifications have turned themselves on because I'm not streaming, obviously. But we do have now action out on track. It'll be interesting to see what guys can go quickest. Radiant Wizards is lagging coming out the pits. I'm not sure if he's already desynced. out of the session, but he is very, very laggy coming out the pit. So just watch out for his connection if you're around him. VP getting out of the way of a Toro Rosso, I think, there. Coming in the middle sector. Oh, of course, we're in Azerbaijan, the land of fire. And there's the fire tires straight in the distance. I ride on board with VP at the minute. Heading down towards the castle section. In the meantime, I'm going to go on board with the little Brookie, who is first out on track. SFC was slowing down on his lap, of course. He made that early lockup. But little Brookie is about to start his lap. Coming through the final S section. 20 turns here in Baku. And that is technically turn 20, but this is turn 20 coming up. And little Brookie is about to begin his lap in the Mercedes, with the terrific art museum on the right hand side as he goes along the straight, reaching 213.14 mile an hour, under braking. Little Brookie into turn 1, looking very, very sleek through there, nearly catching the curb and nearly forcing him into the barrier there. And now at turn 2 for little Brookie, looking very nice. This early first sector is quite easy, to be honest, on these drivers and on these cars, and especially on the tyres. The tyres don't really wear out as much as compared to tracks like China and Malaysia, and little Brookie just climbing up the wall there. A little scrape, but that was about it. There's a yellow flag in sector 2 somewhere, so little Brookie is coming to the end of sector 1. This will be the end of sector 1, of course, when we get the new game. And little Brookie's got a Ferrari in front of him. I have a feeling that is Haas in front of him. It is Haas. And he gets out of the way of little Brookie. Good avoidance there by Haas. Good sportsmanship. Little Brookie now into the castle section. Most famous, of course, for many crashes that have occurred. And little Brookie nearly costing a little bit of end plate on the right-hand side there. He's now on the run down the hill towards turns 15. This is 13, 14, and now on to 15. This is the left-hander going down the hill now. The gradient changing all the time on this track. And he's 118.4 through the middle sector. And little Brookie now going through turn 15. There's 16. No, that's turn 17. 18, 19, and now 20. He's coming up towards a little Brookie. Finish off his lap. Is he going into the pits? He looks like he might be. He's actually going up the right hand side of the track, and this is going to be a 142.7 to begin off with. The 142.7 will be interesting to see if anybody else can improve. Technique Gaming is on the lap. Let's ride on board with him. He is currently second, I think, out on track. In fact, no, he's not. YBL just set a 45 flat there in the Haas. Technic Gaming now running down the straight in the McLaren, reaching speed in excess of 200 mile an hour down the straight. DRS in activation now. 201, 202, not gaining much compared to little Brookie down the straight. And only 204 under braking. He sets a 44.6, which is a bit of a slow time. Of course, he's in the McLaren. If this was a normal league and he was running in the McLaren, I would expect them to be well up there. There's a yellow flag in sector 1, but VP has gone second with a 42.8 ahead of JB with thingy. Stream quality is very grainy apparently. Oh, and it's little Brookie that's crashed in the middle sector just before the flame towers. If the stream is very grainy, then that'll be Bulbo's end. I can't do anything about that because he's probably eating his dinner. Probably don't have much contact with him. Rocco was on a lap. Let's have a look on board with Rocco and the Force India. Going through the last corner now, running down the straight. He's already in excess of 200 miles an hour. 205, 206. He's not even at the DRS zone. Now he activates DRS. Rocco is going to be well up there here. And Rocco goes pole. 42.4 from Rocco. Very nice lap indeed from Rocco Reggie for real there in the Force India. And sets a 42.4. And goes provisional pole with halfway through the session, and Rocco has set a 42.4 to take provisional pole so far from Little Brookie, Radiant Wizards, VP and JB the top 5. Geronimo, there's a Renault going slow. Geronimo's on an in-lap, luckily. There is a Renault going slow in front of him. He best get out of the way. Whoever that may be. I'll just flick through down the field. Haas is 7th, Monix 8th, Pelly 9th, Tyne 10th, Matey Boy 11th, YBR 12th, Kip 13th, Storm 14th. And he's improving by 6/10 on his lap, because this will 15th, Brookhard 16th, Technique Gaming 17th, SDB Cottle, Stephen, SAFC both Mercedes haven't set laps, and SFC in the Toro Rosso hasn't set lap, and I think he's got right-sided end plate damage on that Toro Rosso. And I will remind Ballboy when he is back to check the stream quality. Everyone at the minute, though, is separated by 2.2 seconds. Rocco, the 42.4, YBR has left the session. Not sure if that's connection related. That might be the first of many. Hopefully not. Technique Gaming is last at the ones that have actually set a lap, the 44.6. So it is 2.2 seconds, just under 2.2 seconds, separating the top 17 drivers, with 0.5 separating the top 5, and a full second separating the top 10. Just over a second separating the top 10. At the minute, Haas, Storm and Marnix are the only 3 out on track. Haas is going into the pits. Storm is improving on his lap, and he's actually gone 8th in the other Force India with a 43.2. That was a pretty decent lap from TFL B-League driver Storm there. And he's the only one out on track, so it is going to be quite a rush in the last 4 minutes of the session for everyone to get out on track. Little Brookie is back out on track. He's going through turn 2. Let's have a look. Yeah, nobody else is really coming out of the pits. There is a McLaren making his way out of the pits, and now we start to get a bit of action coming out of the pits. I think that might be VP and Kazizel coming out of the pits. And I am wrong because it's Technique Gaming in the McLaren, but it is VP out in the Sauber, looking to try and dominate once again in realistics. SDB got just back in coming out of the pits. Keep an eye on that. As now we start to get the action out on track with just over 3 minutes to go left in the session. Everyone is going to be out on track, and it is going to be quite clustered and quite Constantine up between these cars. So everyone has got to try and find a bit of space out on track. Weaving going on from SDB Cut, who I am currently on board with. Give a shout out to Haas. He's up in 7th place at the minute. He's only 3 thousandths off Geronimo. Haas not related to be one of FOL's quickest drivers, but in the Ferrari he can show his pace, and obviously because it's realistics he has got a much better chance of actually earning some points here as compared to a normal league race, as is the case with most, if not all, of the top 10, apart from VP, I would say, and maybe Rock and Pelly and Marnix possibly. Those 5 I wouldn't factor in that, but the rest I've got better chances of actually setting good laps here compared to normal league racing. And of course SDB Cut is... Oh, and SDB Cut's actually crashed, and he's had a collision with VP! And that is an interesting one. Literally came on board with him and he was spinning round. Not quite sure what happened there. It's a 5-second penalty, a 5-second grid penalty for either SDB Cut or VP, I think. Not quite sure what happened. I will check the comments after the session. There is a McLaren just going through, but SDB Cut, as I was about to say, is retiring at the session by the looks. Yeah, SDB Cut is in the car that he's going to be in next season in FOL, in the F2 category. His teammate currently is SAFC, and he's yet to set a lap. Just going through the time, see if anybody's actually improving. Everyone's mainly in the first sector by the looks. Rocco retires out the session. He hasn't got enough time to set a lap. Let's have a look on board with SAFC. SFC, his last lap time was a 45.9, which is not the greatest, if I've got to be honest. But let's have a look on board with SFC. In the Toro, so I personally think he's in the wrong car and he should be further up the grid, like in the Williams or Force India. But of course, I don't get jurisdiction. And Little Brookie goes quickest in the meantime with a 42 flat. Little Brookie goes quickest with a 42 flat. So Rocco's decision for retirement didn't really work well. Oh, Stephen is also retired at the session, but SAFC is in the first sector. He's coming to the end of the first sector now. He's going through the S section towards the castle. There's the fire flame towers in the background as he runs down towards the castle section just before Tyne is retired out the session. And that is his car actually off in the castle section. His SDB cut now go SFC so goes through the castle section. Bit wide on exit, but quite nice through there, if I've got to say it. 3 minutes and counting now for the drivers. Everyone is starting to hit the checkered flag. And SFC, don't quite know what's happened with him. Not quite sure what's happened with SFC. Because this will retiring out the session. Kip has gone third with 42.7 in the Ferrari. JB has gone fifth ahead of VP. That was quite interesting as well. And Reading Wizards goes third, so there's going to be quite a few changes now. Reading Wizards got a 42.5. Haas is on the lap. Let's have a look on both Haas. It's in the final 3 corners now. Through the chicane. Very nice. And Haas now running down the straight, reaching 200 mile an hour already. He should reach about 210 at the end of the straight. And he is improving his Haas. This is going to be a 42 possibly, I think, from Haas. Yeah, 42.9, not bad. He doesn't improve his position, but he certainly jumps up in the rankings, if you like. 42.9, and under a second separating the top 8. As it's Geronimo is the only one out on track at the minute. He's about to come across the line. He is going quicker than his 43.2. It's going to be interesting to see. Geronimo's going to be well up there. 42.4, I think that was, from Geronimo, and I think that's put him second, and it has. Geronimo goes second in the Williams with a fantastic lap of a 42.445, I think it was indeed. Little Brookie though on pole position. I think it's his first pole position in the FOL. Geronimo second, Rockwell third, Reading Wizards fourth, Marnix top 5, ending off the top 5. Kip, JB, VP, Haas and Storm top 10, but VP's got a 5-place grid penalty. Pelly, Matey Boy, Tyne, YBR, Kazizzle top 15. Brockhard, Technique Gaming, SFC were the ones that set the time. SCP Cotton or Stephen did not set the time, and they're starting from the back of the grid in Toro Rosso and Mercedes, respectively. As we now just wait 30 seconds or so until the lobby loads back in, and appropriately my co-commentator is back.
Right, I'm back.
You're back. Have a check of the screen, by the way, because I've been getting messages through that's been quite grainy.
Right, what I can do then is if I click share,